Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The sequel to Dune by Denis Villeneuve has wrapped production. Now, this means that it is on task, I guess, on schedule to hit its release date. This is a really quick turnaround, or at least it feels like it has been a really quick turnaround. Timothée Chalamet went to Instagram to announce the wrapping of production. And like I said, this is seemingly a pretty quick turnaround, but I think it's more the feeling of it being a quick turnaround than anything. It still feels like a few weeks ago that they were announcing excess or new cast mates for the roles and of certain characters in this film. But as the article here notes, cameras have been rolling on Dune Part 2 in Abu Dhabi since July, so it's not a hugely quick turnaround, but it just feels like it's been quick. Now, the Bones and All actor shared an Instagram selfie from the desert alongside his father, who's visiting him on the set. Part 1, Dune is Part 1 and 2 is obviously the book split into two films. Even that seemingly is a bit optimistic. And that's why that film didn't feel like a complete story, because it genuinely wasn't. But Part 1 concluded with Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, and his mother, the Lady Jessica, the Bene Gesserit, being accepted by the Fremen and taken to their siege. Paul was then forced to take Jamis' life in order to prove his worth, and it's a decision that will ultimately inform his destiny. And things could get really weird in the sequel. It's dependent on, where they go with this. I'm keen to see what they do and what Denis chooses to do, but this is the post. Dune 2 wrapped with Desert Dad. And like I say, the new cast, we were getting these additions pretty, again, what felt like pretty recent, but we had Austin Butler as Fade Routher, Florence Pugh as Princess Irulan, the legendary Christopher Walken as the Emperor, which I cannot wait to see. I 100% Christopher Walken as the Emperor in Dune. Cannot wait for it. I think that is the most inspired casting ever. Genuinely inspired casting. I cannot wait for Christopher Walken. We need more Walken. We don't know, Léa Seydoux as Lady Margot Fenring, and of course Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem, Stellan Skarsgård, Josh Brolin, and Dave Bautista will be reprising their roles. Now, the synopsis, pretty to the point. It's what we know. Anyone that knows anything about Dune. But Part 2 will focus on Paul assembling a massive army of Fremen to combat the ruthless Harkonnen, as he essentially becomes a mythical messiah figure to the inhabitants of Arrakis. Now, it was pushed back from October 2023 to November 17th, 2023. But I still think this is pretty on track. I think this will do fine. This is still a really quick turnaround. And I think a lot of people didn't even expect it to get its release. The film itself didn't do great at the box office. One of those films that you look at and you go, okay, how are they going to justify a sequel here? But somehow, Legendary, who is the production company behind this, the production studio, they have some way, shape or form justified this film getting a sequel. So I can't wait, personally. I enjoyed the first one, and I'm looking forward to the Part 2 and essentially just the story concluding, as it were. But let me know what you think down below. Just a quick video, highlight some good news for a change, as I'm sure a lot of people are just sick of the sort of longer videos where, unfortunately, the news just isn't that great at the moment. There hasn't been a lot of good stuff. I mean, we're in the festive season, and there's only one blockbuster coming out. There's not lots of good news, unfortunately. So expect some sort of smaller bite-sized chunks of news where I think that there's something good that we can sort of highlight and talk about. Because again, I don't want this channel to just be a drag. And you've said it, I've heard it, I am listening. I'll bring you some more positive news here, there, where I can find it. So, quick video to highlight this news. Please do share it. Cheers. Take care.